And I think we're live, Randy.
We are live. All right. Welcome aboard.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
We missed last week, right? Because it was Memorial Weekend.
Yeah, we missed last week because you were off and no one else wanted to come in. So.
I was willing to come in on Memorial Day. I messaged you guys. I was like, "Are we coming in?"
Yeah, I know. That's like that's motivation there. But it was motivation for me. Nobody else wanted to come in though.
I was thinking about because I was gonna come to Visalia anyway on Memorial Day weekend. So it was Horntoad Derby weekend, sir.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
In Coalinga?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I was like wondering where is everybody? I felt, not gonna lie, it felt dead this year.
Really?
Yeah.
So Memorial Day weekend is Horntoad
Horntoad Derby. Yep.
Okay.
Out in Coalinga. Yep.
So it was quiet out there?
So it felt, I don't know, it felt a little off. Like it felt like and I think I know why. It's because right now Coalinga is going through this like weird construction thing right now where like half of Main Street or Elm Street is like being like, I don't know what they're doing exactly. I think they're adding another lane to the street, or they're like undergrounding the lines or something like that. But it's like really made people not want to drive into town like at all. Like if you really want to deter people from not coming to Coalinga at all, this construction in the middle of the city is definitely one of those deterrents.
Serious.
Yes.
Man. So there wasn't that many people there?
It felt empty. Like it felt like, yeah, it just didn't feel like a lot of people didn't want to come this year because it was just, I don't know.
Coalinga's tore apart, huh?
Yeah. Like, I don't know what was the deal. Like, this was the first year I decided to go back because I kind of opted out of the Horntoad Derby for the last couple of years.
Yep.
And the year I decided to go back or just look around, it wasn't as exciting as I thought it would be because the attendance this year was kind of like a little off. I don't know why. Sad,
huh? Sounds like a little sad. Yeah, a little bit. So the Horntoad Derby is the same weekend as no, it was this last weekend. So the Patterson Apricot Fiesta was this last weekend. I didn't get there until yesterday, but I did see remnants, and it looked like it was pretty busy there. Mm-hmm. But that's everybody in town just kind of goes there. So that's just a normal thing. Even though I don't think Patterson's the apricot capital of the world anymore. Still claim to be, though. I don't know if it really do. So I was going to ask you, Ray, did you ever see Michael?
The movie. I have not.
Dude. So that's all right. That's all right.
I know. I feel bad for not watching it either because you're not the only one who's told me that.
But there's a whole set of movies that's out now, Ray. So I was looking to see how Grogu did, The Mandalorian Grogu, and it came in third.
Right.
2 horror movies. 2.
Yeah, one of them is The Back Rooms, isn't it?
The Back Room is number 1.
Okay. That's what I figured.
And number 2 is Obsession.
Yes.
And that, oh my God. Have you seen the trailer for that? I have not seen it, no. But
I've seen the trailer for it. I have not seen it.
You ever had a crazy girlfriend like that? Possessed by the devil?
Yes, I have.
So if you haven't seen the trailer, real quick, there's this guy that kind of likes this girl, but he doesn't know what to say to her because he's a shy guy. Anyway, and I don't know if he ends up at some occult place or whatever. He gets a hold of this thing. It says one wish. And then you make a wish and you pop it open.
That he wants some girl to be obsessed with him. Yeah.
Well, he just wanted this girl to love him forever. And be careful what you wish for. That's all I'm going to say about that.
What was the other movie? The Monkey's Paw. That's what I think about. Like, have you heard about this? The Monkey's Paw.
Yeah. People were this obsession when people were comparing it to, was it Retribution?
Yeah, Retribution, or the one with Stephen King. Where the guy's tied up in the cabin.
Oh yeah, Misery.
Misery, yes.
But that was almost kind of humorous. This is like dark, very, very. It's Blumhouse, Blumhouse is all about horror movies. Those were the top 2, and then Grogu was, number 3. But and Devil Wears Prada was like way down there on 10.
I feel bad for that one. I heard that one wasn't that good.
Back room looks pretty interesting as well.
Yes.
This guy, I don't know, it's a discount store or something like that.
You never seen the YouTube videos?
And I was watching the trailer.
So The Backrooms was based off an internet story like 10 years ago, like the Slender Man.
Oh, that's the guy that because that's the guy that produced it,
Yeah.
directed it.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Slender Man.
he made a short film, like I think it's been 10 years now, of a bunch of YouTube videos of like the back rooms. So the idea that you walk into some kind of like basically a portal, and the portal is just this endless
Never
back
ending.
rooms, ever ending back rooms,
Yeah.
in this weird universe, linear universe, and there's creepy stuff there, and people have become obsessed with this story, this idea that there's been tons of like story versions, and I guess the movie is just the manifestation of these stories
Yeah.
put into this.
Someone gave him a big budget and said, "Here, bro."
Yeah, make the movie.
But it was number one. It made $84 million over the weekend,
Yeah,
right?
Me and my sister are talking about going to go see that one, and probably obsessed. But there's another one that's coming out too that we were both talking about. We saw a trailer. When I went to go see Mortal Kombat, I saw a trailer for. Oh my god,
Was that good? Mortal Kombat?
that one was good. I mean, if you really enjoy like a typical like bloody action movie, then yeah, that's just good fun. Go see Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I saw the trailer when I went to see Michael.
Yeah, so it was Mortal. I can't remember the other movie that I saw the trailer for, and but it had something to do with the road, and then there's a ghost in the road. It was based off another internet movie, and I think that's that's the theme this year is these horror movies based off these old internet stories. So I think that's the theme this year because I think that's what this other movie was from.
Yeah, if A24 or Blumhouse, then you know it's
Blumhouse.
going to be pretty much a horror movie. There's a few movies that they haven't done that haven't been horror movies.
Did you hear that Halloween Horror Nights gave out their theme this year? And you know what the theme is this year? It's Sinners.
Is it Sinners?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I'm excited. So I feel like every 2 years, it's like every other year, I go to the Halloween Horror Nights and I make it like a big thing. So I didn't go last year, but I'm definitely going this year just for the Sinners theme.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
They close pretty early as a theme park, though, don't they? They're like
Yes,
really
it's
early.
now because now it feels like they're moving it sooner. Like it used to be right in October, like the whole month of October. Now it starts in September. It starts in the first week of September all the way to November. That's how much. That's how long they do Halloween Horror Nights. And yeah, I think they shut down at 7.
Yeah, it's pretty early.
Yeah,
It's not 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock like Disneyland or something.
yeah.
Which is weird.
But if you ever go, try to get the entire day pass because you get the whole you'll be tired, but it's fun. Get the whole day out of it because I think the last couple of times I only went to the Halloween Horror Nights part.
Yeah.
But a lot of my other friends have told me just do the whole day because you know if you can get the day pass off a discount for the Halloween Horror Nights, and then you can just have the whole
Well, I
day.
know Tony
for it.
he had like season passes
Yes.
for a couple of years. I don't know if he probably still does. Tony used to work for us, and he had season passes. And he was like, tell us how cool it was. There.
Yeah.
You could just go all day long and just hang out.
There's a girl on TikTok that I follow. Her name is Kenya, and she's like well known in Universal Studios. Like every character actor know her by her first name. That's how often she goes.
Jeez.
Like she is there. Like she's like one of these people that go there for lunch. You know, one of those people.
Yeah.
But always they just know her by her name. She's famous for talking to Megatron all the time. That's like her quote unquote boyfriend is Megatron.
Not Bumblebee, man. Oh my gosh. So yeah, that obsession just came up, and I kept watching the trailer over and over this morning. I was like, man, that's freaky.
I've only had one crazy ex-girlfriend story. Yeah. I don't know if I can talk about this story. I could talk about the little instance of it though. So this was a girl that I met through the radio station.
Oh God.
So this was a girl that I met at an event at a concert at one of our K-Jug concerts.
Yeah.
So she was a bona fide K-Jug girly. So she was one of those who used to go to all of our events. That's how I knew her. So she was always frequent at these concerts.
Do I know this girl? Do I know said girl?
Probably. She doesn't live here anymore, thank God. But she's I don't know. Probably Lana forgot about me. But
Hopefully.
hopefully. But so I met this girl at one of these concerts, and one of our other promotions guy told me, like, I just remember like I was like, oh man, this girl's cute. I need to go talk to her. And he's like, go ahead, talk to her, man. I'll be by the booth. Go right ahead.
I'll stand here.
I'll stand here. Go ahead. So I go introduce myself, start talking to this girl, and one thing just led to another. Got her number, and literally the next, like after the show ended, she immediately started texting me, and this girl goes to like every country show in the Valley. Like she's that person. She would go to every, like from here all the way to Fresno, Bakersfield.
So right there, was she thinking like, oh, Ray will get me concert tickets.
Probably,
I'll get to go with
yes.
him everywhere.
Yes. So this girl did go with me, as I was her hookup to go see a couple of shows in Fresno.
Ray.
And yeah.
After we warned you too.
I know. This was the first year I was working at this place too. This was in 2015. So 10 years ago, sir. 11 years ago.
First couple months, I remember we warned you though, Ray. Learn from my mistakes, Ray. Learn from my mistakes.
Man.
So when I first started working in radio, this was eons ago, this girl would call me, and she was a nice sounding girl, and she's like, well, I live just down the street, you could come by on the way home. And I was like, I could. I shouldn't. I could though. I shouldn't. She seems nice. Okay, nice. I'll go meet her anyway. So I go meet her, and she is the nicest girl, but I never thought I was going to get out of that house alive.
Mm-hmm.
She was just like trying to jump on me and attack me. Had nothing to do with that, the radio station. I just love your voice. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So after that, I walked out. I'm like, I gotta go. I go. Well, you can stay. Let me give you a massage. No, it's okay.
Whoa.
I gotta go. Oh, there's all kinds of stuff that went on that night, Ray.
Whoa.
I blocked a lot of it out. Anyway, I was like, okay, well, I gotta go because I gotta get home. I gotta go to work. And she was not having it. She was not letting me out of her house.
Oh man.
I'm like, okay, well, all right. Well, so much for young horny girls, I guess, calling.
There's always a catch, Randy.
I found my way out of the house somehow, Ray. Can't remember how because it's been so long, but I do remember this story. And I was like, well, that's why they said don't ever hook up with a listener, Randy. Don't ever. They told me that when I first started in radio, and they were just like, don't ever hook up with a listener. Don't ever do it because chances are either one, they sound so cute and they are not when you get to see them, or two, they are psycho.
Yeah.
This one's kind of had to be a combination of all three, and it was interesting. So I passed the knowledge on to everyone that I talked to that is first starting in radio.
Yes.
And it's like, don't ever go out with a listener, as nice as they may seem, even though they really like you. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a couple people that I know that met each other.
That met through the radio.
That were on the radio, and they were DJs
fans
and stuff. But it's just easier if someone doesn't know who you are or care who you are. And it's like...
It's kind of hard because sometimes especially when you see the same people out in public, it's definitely one of those things where it just naturally happens. Because that happened to me twice, Randy. It wasn't just one girl; it was twice.
Now the truth comes out, right?
Yeah.
So I met Dana at a bar down the street. I got off work, and I'm like, "Oh, it's dollar drink night." I went with my friend Dan Williams, and we met at the
battery went out, but it's okay.
That's all right. Battery went out. Whatever. We met at the club in Turlock. And that's where I met Dana. Dana had no idea who, didn't know about the radio thing, didn't care about the radio thing, didn't care about me the first time around. So, yeah, so that's kind of nice. She still doesn't care to this day as long as I bring home the paycheck.
Yeah, I think it was just weird. Both, I say this like in the most kindest hearted way. At least the girls that I've met through the station who I've had some kind of interactions with, and I'm talking about deep interactions with, were mostly Keja girls, and these are not the type of girls that I would see myself with normally, because I the truth is out there. Even though I worked for Keja for over 11 years or 10 years. I'm not a huge country fan. I just tend to go and work at the concerts, mingle with the artists, and then a lot of these peoples that we meet just assume that I'm just a hardcore country fanatic like they are. And somehow that kind of finagles into the idea that, oh, maybe if he likes country music, then that means he might like everything else I like to do country wise. And I'm like, no, I'm just a little ghetto boy from Coalinga.
But you live out in the country.
Kinda. I mean, I would say this. I wouldn't necessarily say country. Definitely more ghetto. Definitely just, yeah. Like instead of us riding horses, we rode lowriders where I come from.
Right. So I lived out in the country. I grew up across the street from a field, and then my alarm clock was when the airplanes the fertilizer planes would buzz your house because my friends would know, it was my house and they just buzz it in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, it's time to get up. Oh, very Green Acres is a place to be. If you even heard of that show. But yeah, out in the middle of nowhere, 10 minutes away from anywhere, a half hour away from a hospital. So
yeah,
the ambulance hauls ass if you call 911.
We get bitten by a snake
out there. Yeah, that's right. But the good part is that it was nice. It was quiet out there, and there was fields, and you could ride go-karts and four-wheelers and motorcycles and have a good time with that stuff. But I was a rocker guy when I was a kid, and if you asked me if I'd ever do country, I'd be like, no, not at all. From 89 to about 2001, 2002, I was all country. Everything was all country for me. Everything. So I lived the 90s country. I had the denim jackets. I had the denim shirts. I've still got some to prove them to you. I had the boots and the hats and the whole shebang. And but I got to really like the music too. So, and now that's a secret fun thing to listen to when I'm driving down the road on a trip or something is 90s country.
Yeah, I think that's like the golden era of country music was in the 90s. I just can't get into
Somebody said that too.
It's like I
can't get into Shania Twain. Oh, dude, Shania Twain, she's a hottie.
Well, 90s Shania Twain, yes.
90s Shania Twain, actually 50s in the early mid 2000s and 2026 Shania Twain. She's not bad. She's still holding up pretty well. I mean, I'm a little older than you, Ray, so I would
understand. Yes,
I would say Shania is holding up rather well because she's probably late 50s, early 60s.
I got to see. I mean, I did go to the Route 91 festival in Las Vegas before the massacre, literally a year before the shooting, and I got to see Tim McGraw live, and I bawled like a baby.
When you saying "Don't Take the Girl" or?
No, the song about his mom. That's the one that got me. I can't remember it now. I saw him and I saw Thomas Rhett live. I saw Thomas Rhett go on before Tim McGraw, and I thought Thomas Rhett did a better job than Tim McGraw did.
Wow. I saw Thomas Rhett's dad. I interviewed Thomas Rhett's dad because he had this song in the 90s called "That Ain't My Truck." That ain't my truck. Rhett Akins was his name. He took his last name and he flipped it around anyway. But yeah, so there's a lot of 90s country stuff it's kind of fun.
I went to that with that same country girl. I went to that festival.
Did you really, Ray?
I did, yes.
Did you really?
And I bawled my eyes out because it didn't end well for your boy.
Oh, really? Do tell, Ray. Do tell.
Let's just say that that's a long story. That's a whole podcast for itself. But I'll give you a brief. Let's just say the relationship kind of ended there.
Oh, she met up with another dude there?
No, it was afterwards, after everything went down. But yes, but we decided to go in our separate ways at that concert.
Really?
Yes.
After you got her there, were you her ride?
No. So
interestingly enough,
there was some other stuff going on.
Yeah.
Prior to that, it just escalated. Let's just say we were already in friction before we went out there.
Oh.
And then when we got there, it blew up.
Interesting. I'm not sure how this top 40 podcast turned into a country.
Well, it's just, I find it interesting because like I said, I'm not a huge country fan, but when the time happened, I became a huge country fan when I was at that festival because I was bawling my eyes out, but I was also really drunk with a big old bottle of Jack Daniels and getting fattened up by deep fried Oreos that I bought at a stand there. So imagine me crying my eyes out. Tim McGraw's on stage with deep fried Oreos, and then a big old a bottle of Jack Daniels that I bought from a bar at the what's the Pyramid Casino? Not Excalibur, but the Luxor. I went to the bar at the Luxor and I bought a bottle at a premium, so it was like $80 for a bottle.
So were you crying your eyes out before or after you decided to go your separate ways?
Afterwards.
Oh, so Tim McGraw was making you cry.
Yes.
Yeah, well.
The emotions settled in when he got on stage.
Yeah, there's a couple songs that kind of make me cry. It's because my dad passed away, so anything like that. George Strait, Love Without End, Amen. And the other one is Cole Swindell, You Should Be Here. Oh, dude. Oh, so bad. It was so sad.
It was Thomas Rhett's song that got me. It was The Die a Happy Man.
Oh,
Nelly did a cover of that song.
Yeah. Nelly did a cover of it.
That's the one that got me. That's the one that made me bald like a little baby.
Like a little
I was crying my eyes out like a little bit with a thing of deep fried Oreos and a big old jug of Jack Daniels. And let's just say it was one awkward drive home. That's all I gotta say about that one.
Well, did you take that girl home?
Yeah, that was so I drove, but it was with her car.
You drove her car.
Yes.
Okay, she let you drive her car.
Yes. At that time, what car was I driving? I wasn't driving my pickup at the time. I was driving my dad's Blazer, my mom's Blazer. Yeah. And
been a while then.
Yeah.
Which was like 5 minutes after you started working at the station.
Yeah. It was like a few months after. So like I started in April and we met in August. Yeah, like right in the first KJ
I had
contest.
warned you by then, I'm sure.
You and Jenny both warned me about this stuff, that it would happen. It would happen naturally, and it does. So this is my warning to any people who want to get into, for any promotions people or any street team people that ever want to get into radio. Yes, be warned. Please don't date fans. Yes, just don't do it, please.
The radio station's bigger than any one person. It's not just. It's not. All you are is a cog in the wheel.
Yes.
And you got to be there to help it turn, but that doesn't mean that you are the radio station.
Yeah.
And when people find out that you are not the radio station, you know that you can't get them to see name whatever
behind
star.
the scenes or whatever.
Yeah. Then things start to go south a little bit.
Yeah. I think it was just
They show their true colors a little bit after that.
Yeah. I do say, though, it was definitely a good learning experience, but I don't want to wish that upon anybody. It was very rough to the point where I even called Jenny at the hotel because I was crying my eyes out at the hotel.
We mentioned Jenny before. She's got blue hair. We call her Blue.
Yeah, she was the one that trained me to hear. And I remember calling her and telling her what happened. And then I guess they had a remote that day or whatever. They were out and about, and I told them what happened. And they're like, Ray, we will get this HITZ van. We'll fill it up with gas, and we'll come and get you right now. I'll never forget that. That's true friendship, by the way. True friends.
That's right. We'll fill the station van, and we'll drive 6 hours to come pick you up now.
Yes.
It's fine. On the station dive. We won't tell anybody. Yeah. Yeah, sure, Ray. I could see her saying that too. Oh, Ray. I don't know, man.
That was 2015. So yeah, that was.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I've grown a lot since then, Randy. I've grown a lot.
I'm glad. Today is June 1st, and that means that we're recording this on June 1st, that is. And that means this is the year 15 from Momentum Broadcasting.
Woo!
Year 15 today.
Yeah, so I was just a shy of 4 years? Yeah, because you guys, I think that's how I discovered the job. Was I was channel surfing in I discovered HITZ, and I heard O'Neal talking about they needed street team people, and that's when I went online and I applied.
Oh wow. So you were flipping channels and you heard oh yes, that's right. We put the word out. Yeah.
Do you want to know? You want to know who told me to tune in to find that station? It was actually it was two people, Adam Carolla and Howard Stern. Both of them had their influence in my decision on coming here. You want to know why?
No.
So
You're gonna tell me anyway.
I'll make it quick. So I was in college, going to West Hills and Lemoore, driving back and forth commuting, and Adam Carolla at the time in 2015 was the #1 podcaster.
Yep.
So
When there was hardly any podcasts.
back when barely podcasts was barely a thing, Adam Carolla was #1 before Joe Rogan and all that. But he ran it, and before he became super conservative, he was actually a very hardcore comedic podcaster. And then I remember I had a free subscription. I had a free month subscription to SiriusXM, and I was listening to Howard Stern. Howard Stern was literally beefing with Adam Carolla, saying, if you want to be in radio so bad, why don't you just be in radio? Like, he was clowning on podcasts in general, because Howard Stern is old. He was just clowning on podcasters in general, saying well, if you want to be in radio, be a janitor, get a job at the janitor, get your way into the station. You'll eventually find yourself in front of a microphone. And that is what got me into you know what? He's kind of right. So let me tune you off real quick and just start channel surfing. And I discovered HITZ 104.9 on a clear, bright, I think it was a Monday or a Tuesday afternoon.
Bright, sunny day.
Driving home from Lemoore to Coalinga. And I was like, hey, I really like the tunes that they got on this station. And then I heard O'Neal saying, hey, we need people. And I was like, all right. Came in, applied, met with you and Rick. And then I think it was 2 weeks later, it was Jug Fest.
Yeah. You're not afraid to jump right in and get dirty, are you? Good. Okay, well, come on in. We got you here. Yeah, that's the way it works sometimes. I got into it. Well, I went to college, and the college radio station was there, and I just made air checks from that. And then I got on to this Christian station because they needed a body there at 4:00 in the morning. And then they had all this, it was a big AM station. They had all this electronics and stuff. I was afraid if I did this myself, I'd come in, have a sleep one day and, electrocute myself.
Right.
And then I went into this other country station, and in Turlock, California, and got a job there and started doing stuff on the weekends.
Got it.
So that's kind of how I started doing stuff.
Well,
Crazy. Another podcast, Ray?
another podcast, man. We went through
lot.
movies.
Yep.
Crazy girlfriends.
Crazy girlfriends.
And then how we got into radio.
And how we got into radio. And how Ray just lost his heart at a concert.
Yeah.
So sad. So sad.
Hey, what they say, it's better to love than lost and never loved at all.
It's better to have loved than lost than to never loved at all. Yes.
So on that note, we'll see you guys next week.
Next time.